All right, man. What's popping today, y'all? It's your boy Stevie Hayes, man. We're here for the Daredevil Born Again watch party. Hope you guys doing well. It's been a great day today, man. It's been a great day. Had a lot of work at church, but we here. I low-key fell asleep, man. I wanted to go live earlier, but it's really tired. Had a lot to do. So it's been a really long day, and Superman has been stressing me out, y'all. Superman has been stressing me out. There's been so many rumors and so many things going on with Superman that it's low-key like I am rumored out with Superman right now. I don't want to hear any more rumors about Superman. I'm good, bro. Like it's just been ridiculous. But other than that, I'm chilling, man. Obviously, we got the Daredevil Born Again watch party. Episode 7's coming out. So I'm pretty excited for that too. We're gonna have a great time today, man. We're gonna hang out, we're gonna chill. We're gonna chill, yeah. So, but while we're here, right, we might as well go through just some of the news that happened today and talk about it till 9 o'clock because what else is there to do? Okay, so let's we're gonna go on my X here and we're gonna take a look. Okay, let's start here, right? So if you guys didn't know, I talked about this yesterday. Obviously, Marvel Studios is doing this brand new day thing, which is going to be pretty awesome. I'm really excited for the Spider-Man brand new day thing. But this is a very interesting thing here. So let's talk about this here. And let me go live on my TikTok real quick too. I didn't even go live on my TikTok. Hold up. Okay, here we go. So this is what it says here. It says Marvel Studios is reportedly casting for a 30 to 50-year-old actor to play a villain in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Okay, so why is this very interesting? This is very interesting because of the fact that this could very well be Norman Osborn, right? Obviously, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if it was April Fool's or not, so don't cook me. I'm more than sure that Ned will probably be in this movie as well. But even if he's not, we all know, and Tom Holland said this, right? That this is a new era. This is a new time for Spider-Man. So I do expect to see something different as where, we are getting Sadie Sink, where Sadie Sink might not just be a one-off character or villain, which I don't think Sadie Sink is going to be a one-off character or villain, but she's going to be a part of this MCU Spider-Man for a long time. So what I think here, guys, I think that we're going to see Harry Osborn. And we aren't going to see Harry Osborn. This casting could be for Norman Osborn, which I think would be pretty exciting. I'm not sure if you guys would think that, but I think it would be hype if we would get Norman Osborn. Getting Norman Osborn up here. Would love to hear what you guys think about that, though, but I'm down for that. Now, next thing here, right? All right, let's see what's next. Okay. Now, James Gunn talked about Superman. He's telling us here how Superman will begin. It says number one, he is starting to become successful at both jobs in the big glitzy city so far away from home. He's madly in love with a woman who isn't so sure about him. He's made a few superhuman friends who like him but think of him as naive, and all of these new elements in his life have unbalanced him a bit, and he's tottering. And as he's tottering, we're going to see where he lands in terms of his value and choices. I mean, if this doesn't make you think about Superman, I don't know what will. This makes sense in regards to a character like Superman, him dealing with some of these things. I think it's pretty awesome that Superman's going to deal with these things as well. I am really hyped for Superman, And look, even though there's leaks and stuff that could be suspect, that some people might not like, me personally, I'm not really against it. I'm not really against it. And I'm actually kind of hyped with what they're going to do with Superman for real. So I really like this, so that he's starting to become successful at both his jobs. And I love how, he hasn't bagged Lois Lane yet. But we obviously know that in this movie, it's probably going to be where she's in love with Superman, but she doesn't know he's Clark Kent. I don't even know if Clark Kent is going to unveil his identity to her yet. We might not even see that for a while. Who knows? But I think you can make it special. Does it come out in 10 minutes, Daredevil? Yes, Daredevil Born Again does come out in 10 minutes. Yes, it does. Pretty excited about that, man. So, okay. So now that we got these little two news stems out of the way, let's talk Daredevil Born Again and where we were left off with last episode, okay? So we know that finally Matt Murdock has donned the suit. Okay, it makes sense, right? And if you guys haven't been following with me through this Daredevil Born Again era, the theme that we've been seeing in Daredevil is very simple. It's that Kingpin and Matt Murdock are kind of going down the same road on two, or they're going down the same way, but two different road paths, right? For Kingpin, he was trying to abandon his villaindom to become a political figure. And what Matt Murdock is doing, Matt Murdock is trying to abandon being a vigilante and trying to actually solve the world via the way of the law, right? Being a lawyer, being a righteous lawyer. And we have seen that throughout these 6 episodes, it hasn't worked for either of them, right? We saw Kingpin get punked by one of his own lackeys. Where if we look at the old school Daredevil show, Kingpin was a known crash out, right? Like, I mean, he was known for his yelling and crashing out and losing his mind. That's what made Kingpin. That's what made Kingpin Kingpin. And then when we look at Matt Murdock, right? Matt Murdock has been just holding back on everything. You know what I mean? Yes, there are times where he might fight against somebody or whatever, but the reality is Matt Murdock has not been cooking. You know, he's kind of been just wow, you know, and it's been and Matt Murdock's kind of been losing a lot, right? And even in the little win that we thought he had with White Tiger, what happens at the end of the episode? White Tiger gets shot in the freaking head, right? So we've seen that Matt Murdock hasn't had his best wins lately. So in regards to that, we've seen them both crash out in their ways. We've seen Kingpin, right? He was obviously pissed that his wife Vanessa was cheating on him, or not really cheating on him, but when he was away, she was hooking up with some other dude. So what did Kingpin do? He locked him away, right? And with Daredevil, he locked away his Daredevil costume. It's symbolism of Kingpin locking away his evilness and Daredevil locking away his heroism. And what happens? Daredevil unlocks his freaking heroism, right? And even the episode before, we see Daredevil go back up and start practicing, while at the same time, Kingpin is down in the crypt talking to that dude that Vanessa had an affair with. And then we go to the end of last episode, right? We see Daredevil go and suit up and go and save Hector's daughter or niece. Meanwhile, he's fighting Muse. We see Kingpin fighting Vanessa's lover. And what happens? Kingpin kills him. Daredevil beats Muse. So now we see that these characters are back to where they were, and one is for the better, the other is for the worse. So I think this is a very interesting place for both of these characters, and I think we're in a treat to see what's actually going to happen, because I'll be real with y'all, I don't think this ends well for either of them. I don't think it would end well for either of them. I feel like, Matt's about to lose his girl. I think this chick he's with, she's cooked, bro. I mean, his girlfriend, who's the shrink lady, she has a meeting with Muse. She's already talked to. Remember when she was signing her books, and Muse came to her and was like, "Yo, I want to set up an appointment." That appointment is going to come sooner or later, and she's going to be cooked. So, and when Vanessa finds out that Kingpin has killed her lover, do you think this is going to be a pretty thing? It's not. This is not going to be a pretty situation. So we are, and I can even see something where Kingpin gets framed and exposed for all of the crime that's going on behind the scenes. I don't know, but this could end really badly for Vanessa and Fisk. So we're just going to see what happens, man. And maybe Vanessa knows that Fisk, took her a lover, and maybe like in her little twisted mind, it might turn her on. Who knows? Who knows? You know what I mean? With villains in their relationships, dude, it gets pretty weird. So, it could be where she finds a fetish that he's like all into killing, her lover. Who knows, dude? But regardless of what that means, this show is actually insane. We are in a treat to see something cool. So that's my little soliloquy on Daredevil Born Again, man. Man, this is crazy. So we got 5 minutes before this thing starts. Let's see if anybody's tweeting about Daredevil Born Again yet. Daredevil. Let's see if anybody's talking about it. So people are excited. People are very excited about this. A lot of people just want to see Muse again. A lot of people want to see Muse in. I'm pretty sure the cover art was Muse. So that'll also be something fun. Okay. Whoa. We got some news about Dynamic Duo. Let's see. It says Dynamic Duo uses purely puppetry animation with beautiful cinematography and the brief CinemaCon footage shown. Whoa. So they just showed footage of the Dynamic Duo, and the Dynamic Duo, I'm pretty sure, is a Robin project. I'm pretty sure. Let me see if we can get something on here. Let's see if we get like a description on the footage here. I don't see any footage yet. Exclusive description: The Bride, Cat in a Hat, Mortal Kombat 2, Conjuring Weapons, Final Destination, Sinners, One Battle After Another. Games Gun Superman. So yeah, there's been no real update yet, but that is a good thing to know though that that the dynamic duo has some type of footage that's being shown. Oh man, this is gonna be exciting, guys. I'm really hyped about the dynamic duo. If you guys know, Robin is my favorite superhero. I'm having a son in August, and I'm naming him after Robin. So that should tell you how much I love freaking Robin. So yeah, man, we're gonna be blessed. We're gonna be blessed. I'm hype. I'm hype. What's up with this filter on my TikTok camera? Can I change it, bro? Like I look too freaking light. Is there a way to change a filter on here, bro? I don't even know, man. But anyways, yeah, y'all. I'm really hyped about this though. It's gonna be fun. 8:57. Okay, let's go back and see if people talking about Daredevil Born Again, because that Robin stuff threw me off for a second. Okay. Tonight, Daredevil. What kind of lawyer are you? Really good one. Okay, these are just memes, dude. By the way, did you guys like that filler episode that came out last week? I really liked that episode, and a lot of people hated on it. I thought that was good filler. Yes, bro. 3 minutes. Yo, we got 2 minutes now, Xavier. 2 minutes, my guy. Let me get my headphones on. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my headphones on. Because, we always were ready. We always were ready. But yeah, did you guys like that filler episode, though, for Daredevil when he was in the courthouse? I thought it was dope. Thank you, Xavier. I agree, bro. I thought it was a fire filler episode. My co-host, Jerry, he hated it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. I didn't really think I didn't really think it was a bad thing, to be real with you. Didn't really mind it. I thought it was dope. I will say though, the part when he broke his leg was brutal, man. Like he literally just I was like, bro, that was kind of excessive in a good way. It might sound wrong, but like I really love when action gets that gory and that like disrespectful. I really love that personally. I'm staying up to watch Daredevil got tomorrow. Bro, look, man, I have to be at my church at 8 a.m. to record a video with my pastor because I'm the video guy for there. So I gotta be up early too, man. But we're going to sweat this one out. Frank Castle in a minute. Hopefully, bro. We'll see, man. We'll see. I would love to see them both fight in the show. That'll be awesome. Also, man, I hope that one of my biggest pet peeves is that Daredevil didn't have the DD logo, and obviously we see that for this Black Season 2 suit. So I would love to see that get added, where like someone draws blood on his shirt, on his chest with the DD. That'd be crazy. But yeah, Frank Castle, we need to see him too, man. And yeah, it's also wild that Matt Murdock's girlfriend thinks that she can really like get an interview with Frank Castle. Like it's kind of wild. She's actually delusional. I gotta go watch Peak now. Enjoy. All right, brother. God bless. Come back in the end. Come back in the end. All right. It is 9 o'clock. I'm gonna pull out my clock here, my stop clock, whatever you want to call it. Present. Let me see. Share screen. Okay, we got my clock here, y'all. Season 1, episode 7. The name of this episode is "Art is for Art's Sake," and this is the description. Daredevil is back and races Fisk to stop Muse from killing again. Okay, now you guys know how we do it, man. I will do a countdown and then we'll get right into it. So we are going to start in. Hold on one second. Get my things here. Oh God. All right. We are going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click. And we are started. And we do not skip previews or any sneak peeks, anything like that. We watch this episode straight through. It's time to enjoy Peak, y'all. We are here. Let's go. I love the theme song to this, bro. It gets me hyped up every time, bro. I gotta download this on my Apple. I love the Daredevil Born Again theme song. Or the score. That's a better word. Holy Almighty. I know, bro. It's crazy we can't see it, dude. It's crazy. Someone's gonna leak it though. Watch. It'll be on in a day. Thank you, Tay. Oh, I'm going to start. Here we go. Emily says I need a new chair though. This one's old. It's coming. New chair is coming soon. Oh, Hungry Almighty, bro. We are, dude. We are. I can't wait for this Brave and the Bold, bro. Or not Brave and the Bold. I can't wait for this dynamic duo, dude. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna watch every second of that. Oh, don't worry, Tay. I definitely will. Do I think Strange New Tony is Doom? I'm not necessarily sure, bro. And Tony isn't technically Doctor Doom. Okay, Tony isn't Doom. So the way that this works is that how can I say this? Yeah, Tony's not Doom, but just because someone looks like you, right, in the world of the MCU, it doesn't mean that you are that character, right? So even if Doctor Doom looks like Tony Stark, he's they're not even variants of each other, because Tony Stark is a variant of Tony Stark. So there might be another Tony Stark that's like Tom Cruise. That's his variant. So just because Doctor Doom looks like Tony Stark, it doesn't mean that they're variants of each other. Variance is not based on looks; it's based on DNA. It's based on DNA and identity. You know what I'm saying? So that's the rules of the MCU. The same way in Deadpool, right? When they saw Chris Evans and Deadpool hugged him and thought he was Captain America, but it wasn't. He was the Human Torch. Favorite Marvel character? Nightcrawler from the X-Men. Mm. Vader or Batman? I'm going to go with Vader. Vader could choke him and break his neck, and he's done. People always say Batman with prep time. Like, no, if they pull up on each other, Vader's cooking them. Exactly. And I love Batman, but Vader is killing him easily with no effort. This episode is nuts. Spider Man's fire. Both announcements are fire. I'm really happy about Spider Man Brand New Day. It's gonna be a great movie. This episode is nuts, by the way, guys. Ouch. Oh, thank you. Police day. That's crazy. What? Whoa. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Well, the best episode so far, by far. This is the best episode so far. WOW. What a great Daredevil episode, by the way, guys. I loved every second of this. These fake accounts, man. Yeah, I loved every second of this episode, bro. This is crazy. This episode was greatness. So we're going to break down the episode, obviously, but I want to give you my first reaction of this episode. I think this episode was great. You guys know, man, I'm a lover of costumes. I'm a lover of heroes actually being heroes and not dressing up in regular clothes being heroes. We got to see Daredevil in pure daylight fighting crime, fighting against Muse. I thought that was beautiful. I loved it. So you're looking at a very happy camper right now in regards to, the news, or I'm sorry, in regards to Muse and the way that this episode went. So I'm happy. All right, let's give a breakdown of this episode. So the episode opens with Kingpin talking to his lackeys. So basically talking to, his boys, like bucking them. And so what happens is, Kingpin is pissed that Muse still is on the loose. And Kingpin also finds out that Matt Murdock is back as Daredevil. And he is definitely, you can tell he's pressed and he's pissed off. And we see Hector's niece is kind of having nightmares about what happened. And in those nightmares, we see, just like a replay of what happened when Daredevil fought against Muse in the very last episode before this one. And we see that Heather, because if you guys know, in these shows, these scenes go by so fast. So we see that Heather, right? Heather is talking to Matt. She's trying to figure out what's going on, because basically what happened was when they were in the shower together, he did his thug fizzle, if you catch my drift. What ended up happening was Matt, she saw a bruise on Matt's side. She was like, where did that come from? He makes out with her. She obviously doesn't pay attention because it's Matt Murdock, he got the Riz. And so we see that, Matt is really just trying to avoid everything that she's saying. And she knows that something is wrong. And she's obviously very emotional because she thinks that this can affect their relationship. And Matt's like, yo, we're like, I'm good. I got things that I'm trying to go through. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And so then we go to Matt walking into his law firm, and we see that one of his boys, who was an ex-cop, right? He knows that Matt is back as the freaking Daredevil, and he is not happy with Matt about it. And Matt's just like, look, bro, I gotta do what I gotta do. And if you got a problem, like, you're the one that they used to call on me when I donned the suit, so you can't really be mad. And so he walks off, and he's mad at Matt for suiting up again. And it's more so because of the vigilante laws and all that stuff that's going on. It just makes everything a mess. And we also see, right, that his business partner is also like, where's Matt? And so she knows that something weird is going on. And so we go back to the scene of Kingpin where he's crashing out about Daredevil again. Like, he's really pressed about this, and he is not happy that Daredevil is back at all. And we also see Angela talking to Matt again about what happened, right? In regards to whatever. And while Muse is, I'm sorry, I just had a brain fart. Sorry. My notes kind of suck right now. I don't like the way that I worded this. But anyways, so we see that Angela is talking to Muse about what happened. We see her talking to Muse, and we see that Yuri is kind of inspecting where Muse's lair was and where he used to drain blood. And they're going to the train station to see what is going on. And then we go to another scene where we see Vanessa meet with Luca. And we then see Luca try to talk like Vanessa into coming back, you know what I mean? Into maybe like taking Kingpin's spot or whatever. And so she goes along with what Luca says. And we also see that Angela is finally having her appointment with Muse, right? So Muse walks in. And so basically throughout this whole entire thing, we see that Yuri like finds out who Muse is, and she finds his identity, and she brings it to Kingpin. And so Kingpin's like, you know what? I'll take it from here. Thank you. And while that's happening, we see Muse kind of like losing his mind in front of Angela. So wild that like his nose starts bleeding, and while he's wiping the blood from his nose, he's drawing blood on paper. So it just shows how crazy that this dude actually is. And so we then see Muse finally reveal himself to Angela, and Angela is really like she's crying. She's obviously scared, and he ends up knocking her out. He ends up slamming because she tries to take the door to escape, and he slams her into the door. And basically, what happened was Muse was kind of cutting. He slit her wrist open, and he was probably going to use her to drain her blood and paint on this big white like carpet thing. And we see that doesn't happen because Daredevil ends up popping in because Daredevil ended up crashing into Muse's lair when the cops were there, and Daredevil ends up finding that Muse drew a picture of Angela, so he knew that he had to go and save this girl. So we see him come in, and we see just Matt. We end up just seeing them go into a whole fight. But before that happens, right, we do see Heather wake up and all of this stuff. And I even forgot to talk about the fact that Muse like had a gun in his hand, which maybe I didn't know if he was going to shoot her or if he was like going to kill himself after he drew Angela, because it seemed like in his head Angela was his kind of like final destination. But anyways, back to the battle. Daredevil and Muse get into an intense fight to where like Daredevil's little stick, like he literally like stabs like through Muse's like chest and pulls him back. It was a really brutal fight, but Daredevil doesn't kill Muse. Heather ends up shooting Muse. She shoots him twice in his chest, and we see Muse die instantly. And so that happens, but we see that Angela obviously has lost so much blood that she falls and she's mad, unconscious. So Daredevil does save her. He ends up getting her like to a stable place where like she's not gonna like run out of blood and die. And so we see the task force come in, end up stabilizing her, getting her to the ambulance or whatever happens. And so we see Kingpin also pop up at Heather's office. And basically he says to his guys, he's like, look, like you guys are the ones that killed Muse. It wasn't Daredevil. And so we already know what's going to happen now. Like he's going to probably throw a press. Yes, that happens. And so Heather basically is in hospital, and she tells Matt that she saw the Daredevil and that he knew her name. All right. And obviously is Matt Murdock, obviously. And so we see in the TV behind Matt, we see that Wilson Fisk does a public showing with his task force. And, we see also go to a scene of Vanessa smiling, and Kingpin right after that scene is kind of holding Muse's mask. So obviously, it's cool. And so what happens is Kingpin is eating alone in this restaurant, and we see Luca walk in. Luca pulls a gun to kill him, but Buck shoots him in his head first. And, that's how the episode ends. Now, I think a lot of people off the rip are going to think that Vanessa set up Kingpin. I don't think that's the case. What I think happened is I think that Vanessa was working with Kingpin to kill Luca, because Luca has been the problem in this whole operation. So what do you do when there's a problem in your operation? You kill them. You take them out. So that's what I think happened. This was the best Daredevil episode so far. I love the costumes, and I love that he's fighting, and I love that we are seeing like actual crime being solved. And this is building the conversation of obviously that Kingpin, Task Force, and Daredevil are going to face off, and is that they're not going to face off with him. We are going to see Frank Castle pop up, but I'm not shocked that Frank Castle didn't pop up in this episode either. Like I'm not shocked, but this was the best episode so far. We'd love to hear what you guys got to say. Please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and peace out, y'all. Deuces. All right, stream. Hope